What's up? It's Patrick with some more supernatural chats and chatters on the subjects of the paranormal and supernatural, representing the paranormal group PSI located in Ohio, if anybody's interested in getting in contact with us. But and if you watched any of my other videos, you can tell that I fixed my mic. Took me a while to fix it. I'm not good with computers and technology, so don't make fun. It wasn't that bad anyway. It wasn't that quiet. It wasn't so much work to go, hey, this video's kind of quiet, let me just turn it up a little bit. Nah, I'm getting out of here. Too much work. Not having none of that. But anyway, this video is about the show, the paranormal reality show, Ghost Adventures. And I'm going to talk about why I don't like the show at all. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's the best show, it has the best evidence and everything. What? It has become clear that Ghost Adventures has overtaken Ghost Hunters as the most popular paranormal reality show. But anyway, I'm going to tell you why I'm not a big fan of this show at all. And a lot of people will criticize the other paranormal shows, but won't say anything about Ghost Adventures. What? Doesn't make sense. I think what's going on here is that they're tricking you, punking you, duping you, ganking you. Gank means getting taken for your money. If anybody likes the old rap group NWA, Ice Cube said that, but let's begin. One thing good I will say about Ghost Adventures is that it is probably the most thrilling or suspenseful, or let's say scariest, out of all the ghost hunting shows. A lot of times when I watch it, it does put me on edge a little bit, and that's very hard for a TV show or movie to do that to me. I see scary movies, people bring it to me, this is scary. I watch it, nothing. But Ghost Adventures has actually done that to me, made me a little bit scared. But I know better than to think what's actually going on in Ghost Adventures is real. A lot of ghost hunting shows have been accused of being faking evidence and footage and whatnot, and they probably do. I haven't heard anybody say Ghost Adventures does it, but I'm pretty sure people have accused them. But I'm going to go out here and say that I think Ghost Adventures is 100% faked. You heard it, 100% faked, and everybody's watching it like, oh, it's the best. No, it's not. It's faked. More so than the other ones, I think. This is what I think happened. When they first showed up, when they were first ever heard of, they had that documentary of the place. I don't know where they were at, but they were there, and then the things lifted up in midair as if thrown by an invisible entity. This does not seem real. I mean, when you're like, I think it was a rod or something, a wooden 2x4 or something, and something else. The way it was just lifted up or thrown isn't convincing. I mean, when you pick something up, like, this is a pencil. If it was even a pencil or something 100 times bigger, when you pick it up just to throw it, it goes at a weird angle. This was like a perfect line or 90 degree angle this thing lifted up. Unless it was lifted up very slowly by the ghost. You know what I think happened here? I think this team of very good filmmakers was trying to make a movie, something like the Blair Witch or Paranormal Activity, where they could, put it out and pass it off as real when you think that most people would catch on that it's not really real. You know what I'm talking about? And then when it came out, everybody just went like it was real. They actually thought it was real, much like they did with the Blair Witch and Paranormal Activity, but they actually thought this stuff was real, and they saw something they can roll with and make money with. That's what I think happened with Ghost Adventures. oh my God, why are you saying this? Because it's not just it's other things. It's other things. Let's examine, shall we, their evidence. Most, I would say, like 80, probably more than 80% of their evidence is EVPs. These a-holes are the only people that hear the EVPs with their naked ear. Did you hear that? Nobody else does this on their shows. I've been out 1,000 times, never heard a voice speaking in my ear, or heard a disembodied voice with my naked ear. Well, you weren't in a good place. I was in very haunted places, okay? I was in very haunted places, never heard this. Well, they must be three sensitives. Get out of here. But these anuses are the only people that actually hear the EVPs with their own ears. And another thing, I think these EVPs are made by themselves. Here's some examples I can give. One time they were at this place, again, I don't know where they were. I'm not good with places, as you will find. I don't know where they were, but the main star, Zach, he was laying up in some racks or something. I don't know what this was. He was just laying there talking. And the other guys came in, and he's like, "Oh, help me up." And then they caught an EVP at this moment. At this moment, we've caught an EVP, like he says. The only thing is, the EVP wasn't an EVP. It was one of the other dudes tapping the recorder. Pretend this is a recorder. It's a pencil sharpener. Zach was laying on the rack like this. Recorder hanging over the edge, and he says, "Help me up." And for some reason, one of the dudes is tapping the recorder like this. For no reason at all. And this is what they say the EVP happened. At this moment, we caught an EVP. And they twisted it into some other way they could fool you. Another one is they were at the hotel. I'll just call it the Stephen King Hotel, you know, where he stayed to write the book. They gave him the inspiration to write the book. They were in the room, one of the other guys, not Zach, one of the two other guys that nobody knows who they are. He was in his room, and he had the recorder laying on the bed, and he reaches over to get it. And they say, "At this moment, we caught an EVP." It wasn't an EVP. It was the sound of the dude reaching over to get the recorder. Noises of fabrics and clothes and walking can show up on recorders, and people think they're voices. They're not. And this is what it was. Recorder, pencil sharpener. He was reaching over, and the sound of him reaching over was the EVP. At this moment, we caught an EVP. No. And I think they know this. I think they're making sounds on purpose. You know, or when they make a sound, they know that's going to show up on the recorder, and they go, "What was that?" Because they know they made a sound, or a sound was made that's going to show up on the EVP. That's going to fool you guys into thinking it was a voice. Smart thing to do by them, to take your money. Getting ganked for your money. Get taken for your money. Now let's talk about this one dude that works along with them. He's sort of in their group, but not really. He's in cahoots with ganking you. I like saying ganked. But he's in cahoots with just punking you guys. He's like the guy that makes all the technology, the amazing technology that has no explanation for how he does this incredible stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? He made the thing, or invented the thing that it's like a little radio. You can put it on the AM, and it flips through the channels really quickly. And supposedly, ghosts can use this flipping frequencies to speak to you through it. Hi, Patrick. Here is why this guy is a quack, a fraud. Me and my group have access to one of these things. We tried it out numerous times. We're not impressed. At least I'm not impressed. I don't think any of the others are really impressed. I'm not really sure, but I'm definitely not impressed. Here's why this thing is dumb. If a ghost can use a frequency to talk to you, it should be on one static frequency, not a flipping of frequencies. What's going on here is it's flipping through all these channels, and you know, within one of the seconds or milliseconds it's flipping through, somebody's talking on one of the stations and you hear it, and then you go, oh, did you hear that? Ghost. Did you hear that? They said they're a ghost. And George Norrie's voice? Who's George Norrie? He's the guy that does Coast to Coast AM, really late night. It's a paranormal show. I've recognized many voices on this thing going by. Sports. You like sports? It's Marcellus Wiley from ESPN Radio. That's his voice. They can use somebody else's voice. Get out of here. If a ghost is going to talk to you, it should be on one static channel for them to do it. You should flip through static channels. That's what I'm trying to say. Our group leader Sean says there's a guy who does these sort of experiments with static frequencies, which is good. Got to get this guy's name and talk to him a little bit. But yeah, that's one. Another thing is the voice box that talks. I'm here. Oh, did you hear that? It uses spiritual energy. What is spiritual energy? Like I said in the video, another video, no spiritual energy. There's different types of energy. What? Thermal energy? What? Unless this guy is a genius and knows something that people don't, he should be awarded Nobel Prize for finding spiritual energy and converting that into an electrical voice box to where it can talk, where a spirit can talk. What it is a box with random words shuffled around to say something in a pattern at a random time. What's your name? And like after like a few minutes of waiting, 30 seconds or a few minutes, will kill. Remember that one? Will kill. Oh no, let's get out. It's random words generated. Do not, oh my god. If you spend your money on this, I mean, it's your fault, but I will say the EMF pump may be a good thing, because like I said before, if a ghost could use EMF waves or an EMS field, and supposedly this pump surrounds the area with an EMF field, it could use that to move around or expose itself. You don't want that exposing. Anyway, but do not fall into these traps, people. Please think with your own mind. Read books. Learn stuff. I hope one of the members of Ghost Adventures, or even Zach, will see this video. Small chance they will, but I hope they see it. Zach can try to scare me. Oh, you think we're fake? Well, am I scared of your muscles? I got muscles. I can box. I can wrestle. I can handle myself against you. Don't even have to do nothing to the guy. You just tell him there's a ghost behind him. Oh, you think we're fake? There's a ghost behind you. Oh, don't mess with this guy. He's demonic. He's possessed. He'll run away with the recorder, tapping it to make it look like there's some EVPs going on. Run!